Hello again and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Darren and I have been in the caravan industry for nearly 30 years. Hard to believe I know with my youthful good looks, but there you go. In this short video I'll answer a few questions that I get asked a lot and hopefully dispel a few myths that seem to crop up around these subjects. And those subjects are: what is the difference between buying a caravan from a dealer and buying privately? And when is the best time to buy? I'll give you the information you need to know so you can make your mind up, and then I'll give you the benefit of my experience at the end of the video. So stay right here and let's get into it. So the first thing to talk about is the difference between buying a caravan from a dealer or buying privately. Now obviously I'm a dealer, so I may be a bit biased towards buying from one, but there are some circumstances where buying privately may be fine. So the first thing to talk about is the law. If you buy from a dealer, then we are deemed to be experts, and this offers some protection to you, the customer, and that will come in the form of a warranty. This may vary from dealer to dealer and also depend on what you are buying, but regardless of what they offer, you are covered by the Sale of Consumer Goods Act, which came into use in 2003. The customer legislation gives additional rights to the purchaser. Now here's the legal bit. The Sale of Consumer Goods regulations allows purchasers to request a repair or replacement of any item which is not of satisfactory quality. It also gives new powers to courts to order the seller to replace or repair defective goods. Crucially, this regulation introduces the assumption that any defects found within 6 months of the sale must have been present at the time of the sale, unless the seller can prove otherwise. So this gives you protection if you buy from a dealer. The caravan will also have what we call a PDI, a pre-delivery inspection, which ensures that the caravan is in full working order and will include a gas check and a water ingress check. But all these things come at a cost. You'll expect to pay a bit more if you buy a caravan from a dealer, but like I said, you get that extra level of protection. If you buy privately, you may get the caravan at a lower price, but the downside is that you have no consumer rights, as the person selling the caravan is not deemed to be an expert and can't be held responsible if the caravan has any faults. Basically, it's buyer beware. If the caravan still has a level of manufacturer's warranty, then of course you will be protected by that, but you must ensure that the caravan has had its full services, otherwise they may not honour this. So you'll have to check that that's valid. Also, if you are the second owner of the caravan, the warranty given by the manufacturer can be reduced, so you need to check that out as well. So I'd say the pluses of buying from a dealer outweigh the savings you may make from buying privately, because you won't be saving thousands of pounds. It's normally around 500 or so. But of course, you might say I was bound to say that. Some people say you can get extra equipment if you buy privately, as the customer may be given up, but often we leave the awnings and motor movers in the caravan that we have from a part exchange because it's easier than trying to sell them separately. And you can pick up second-hand equipment online, or sometimes you'll have it for only in the part of the deal, and very often you can pick stuff up at car boot sales. So that's my opinion on who to buy from. So is there a best time of year to buy? Well, obviously we have different seasons in the caravanning year. The year kicks off in the spring and everyone rushes out in February to get their caravans ready for Easter and the nicer weather. We have an influx in servicing from not much in January to pretty much flat out by the beginning of March. This is when people come into the dealership with their caravans that they may have had for a number of years, drop it off for a service and then wander around the forecourt looking at what we've got for sale. We do sell caravans during the winter months, but it is our slowest time of the year. March comes around and we start to see people moving about, getting their vans serviced and thinking about their holidays. And we may have had a few lean months. We may have bought stock at the end of the previous summer and into the autumn, because this is when people decide that they don't want a caravan anymore or pay storage through the winter months. So they sell to dealers because although they'll get less money, it's a lot less hassle than selling privately. So buying at the beginning of the season may be a good idea because you immediately see the benefits of the purchase, as you can start using it straight away. And we will be keen on the price that we give you for your part exchange because we won't have to sit on it for very long. We price our part exchanges against a Glasses guide, much like the car dealer network does. So pre-owned caravans are fairly similar across the country. Some areas though may charge a little bit more than others, but because they do this, they may well give you a little bit more for your part exchange. So what about buying at the end of the year? Well, you might get a good deal on an outgoing year if you're looking at buying new, but don't forget, when you come to sell it, it will be worth around £750 to £1,000 less than the next year's model, regardless of when you bought it. So any savings you made may be cancelled out when you come to sell it. So you're kind of back where you started. You might get a better deal on a pre-owned caravan at the end of the year because the dealer will not have to keep it in stock until the spring, where it may have lost some money. But for the same reason, you may not get so much for your part exchange. And if you don't want to use a caravan until spring, you could wait until then to save some depreciation. But I think you can see a bit of a pattern here, which I know isn't helping much, but I'm kind of getting to my point, which is that the best time to buy a caravan is when you're ready to buy one, when you want to buy one, and when you see the one you want to buy. There is no best time, because the positives of buying a caravan at a certain time of year can be written off by the negatives of buying at that time of year. So like I said, if you see a caravan that you like, it fits your needs and you're happy with the deal, then go ahead and buy it. So that's just a short video on the subject. And if you found this informative, please hit the subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss out on my next exciting instalment of my series. Please share it on Facebook and be sure to check in next time. Thanks for watching. Now go out and buy that new caravan you've always wanted.